With the nature of so much grip strength being part of doing most of these jobs, it's not unusual to get in trouble with difficulty on the outside of the elbow and the inside of the elbow. Really sweet little movement pattern that you can use. Most work surfaces are about 30 inches off the ground. And what you can do to get at the flexor mechanism that goes to the inside of the elbow is position your elbows straight, hands over your shoulders over your hands, thumbs face forward to 12 o'clock, and you can work a little bit on stretching side to side. When I go to the right, I increase my right side. When I go to the left, I increase my left. You can rotate that 90 degrees so that that forearm's completely supinated. And now what you're going to do is try to see if you can get this part of your forearm, wrist, and beginning of your hand as close to the surface in front of you as possible. In turn, you can go from a completely abducted position to an adducted position. If you turn your forearms in like this, you're in pronation, and you can work those forearm flexors here. As a prep movement, you might want to consider using a foam roller to get at that whole flexor mechanism that makes its way to the inside of the elbow. In turn, you can pronate, supinate, and keep your hand in neutral. As we think about the problems on the outside of the elbow, in turn from this surface that's 30 inches off the ground, we can completely pronate that forearm and try to see if you can get the back of your wrist to that surface in a completely pronated position, in a position of flexion, in a position of supination, and then in this position of really neutral position for your hand. In turn, we want to get to that outside. We can work all of those movements over the foam roller, light pressure from the opposite hand to get at any tightness or restriction that's in that forearm extensor group. Okay, so again, 30-inch surface. The last position is to get the last digit of your finger, and all you're trying to do is see if you can get the wrist lower than the fingers to get at the deep flexors that make their way all the way into your finger flexors.